Shalom, shalom. Shabbat Badia from Yahweh Shai Bad. Unprofitable service, St. Petersburg, Florida, GMS Tampa Bay 12. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechah Kadash. Double honors to my elder apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Single honor salutation to all you sincere brothers that constantly push the word of truth sincerity. Salaki in the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings also be to the 1/3 and to the confusion that faces as well. Alright. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahweh, neither be weary of his correction. For whom Yahweh loveth he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. And how do you gain more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? Well, you have to be chastened first. You have to be proven first. And that's a very beautiful thing when you're thinking about being in this ministry. You're going to go through certain tribulations and certain trials just to see, how you will react and to see whether or not you're willing to be refined. Because everything you do when you think things are getting tougher is really the Most High making you tougher. Right? That's when the word endurance go back to see how much pain or affliction that someone can take. And us being a hopeful elect in America, we're gonna constantly go through certain trials. We're gonna constantly go through certain gauntlets. You're gonna constantly go through a refining process because we're not out of here yet. That's what all the righteous men had to go through. Isaiah had to walk around 2 years naked. Elijah was crying to the Lord to take his life. Yahweh Shai cried to the Lord 3 times to take the cup. So, and these men were greater than us. They were mightier than us. So you have to put yourself, like in a stead of, no matter what I go through, is nothing compared to what they had to go through. But let's go back into wisdom. Wisdom will refine you through your tribulations and affliction. Sirach 4:16. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him with her discipline, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. But see, there's different levels to it. So she's not going to just try you once, she's going to try you continuously. Alright? So every day you wake up, it's always a quiz. Always a test to see whether or not you're going to be able to pass it. Not even if you're able to, are you willing to go through what you must so you can get to the next level? Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and shew him her secrets. So we will be showing our secrets by doing what? By accepting the chastening of the Heavenly Father. That's doing what? Bearing your cross. You're constantly bearing your cross when you're in this ministry. As long as you have the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Shai Shai upon you, you are constantly carrying your cross. No ifs, ands, buts about it. And the cross that Yahweh Shai had to carry, that was really carrying the whole house of Israel. So the cross we carry is just for ourselves. So just imagine that. He carried the cross for all of Israel, but the crosses that we're carrying is for ourselves. And not just for ourselves also, but those who do believe. And Yahweh Shai said what? If you love me, feed my sheep. So we have to be overseers of the sheep as well. So now let's go into 2 Corinthians chapter 11. Just to give you an example of what we're going through is nothing compared to what our ancient forefathers had to go through. 2 Corinthians 11:22. This is Paul speaking. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Mashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. So he's a minister as well. But he said he's more of a minister. And what he's going to do, he's going to tell you what he had to go through, what Paul had to go through in his ministry. Okay? Why he was serving Yahweh Shai. Remember, he got grace and faith because before he was persecuting the church. So these are the things that he must go through as well. Despite the fact him being a chosen vessel of Yahweh Shai, this is the gauntlet. And labors more abundant, and stripes above measure, beyond the measurement, beyond the criteria. He was smitten, so to say. And prisons more frequent. I got arrested before for the truth, but that's nothing compared to what he said more frequent. That was only once. And death's off. Because it tells you in Acts the 14th, I believe it was the 14th chapter, that he got stoned to death, and Paul was brought back to life. Okay? Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. Thrice was I beaten with rods, once was I stoned, thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. And why do you think he suffered shipwreck? Because he was going to send letters to the other believers. We have the internet, so we don't have to travel like Paul had to, man. Okay, we're not out there getting stoned. All right, and Moses hasn't allowed Esau to come on us, to come down on us with great wrath. Okay, thrice was I beaten with rods, once was I stoned, thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. Okay. And journeyings often, in perils of waters. Hey man, come on, man. They paved the way for us. And the perils of waters, and perils of robbers, and perils mine own countrymen, and perils my brethren in the heathen, by the heathen, and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea, and perils amongst false brethren, and weariness and painfulness, and watchings often, and hunger and thirst, and fasting often, and cold and nakedness. So Paul said, I went through all of these things, being a servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Besides those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. So all that comes upon him daily is for what? The care of the elect. The care of the elect. Understand that? Oh man, the Spirit. I must bring this out. He said this comes upon him daily. That's why I said we have to examine ourselves. Alright? That's why it says what David said in the first Psalm, blessed be the man that meditate on the law day and night, daily. We are occupied in prophecy. That's where our mind is at. Remember that. But daily, he said he suffered these things, man. But he told us to suffer those things. Why? Because he suffered those things. Alright? This is 2 Timothy chapter 2. 2 Timothy chapter 2. Verse, bear with me, 10. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm going to start at 9. Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bonds. But the word of Yahweh is not bound. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory. Alright? So he said he enduring all these things. He's being hardened. He's been stricken. He's been taken down crooked paths. He's been taken down all kind of perilous ways. Why? So he can get that wisdom, that knowledge and understanding. He can increase and have a better care for the elect, which is also the church. That's a beautiful thing, man. And there, like the elders say, there's level to these things. What they mean by those levels, they mean that everyone's not going to be tried the same. Everyone's not going to be refined the same way. It's all about whether or not you willing to endure that heat. You know, cause you know how Jake say, hey, if it's too hot get out the kitchen. You know, can't stand the heat. But hey, these things must. But hold on, it does say heat, right? Hey, call on you. How about Shem outside? This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. It keeps talking about endure, right? It keeps talking about endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go into the etymology of the word endure. Give me one quick second. I'll go into the etymology of the word endure. It keeps popping up to the Spirit. And hey, I have none of these precepts was preset. This is all by the Spirit. Endure, late 14th century, to undergo or suffer, to continue in existence, make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain. Oh man, that's one of my favorite words, man. Maintain. How you doing today, such and such? I'm just maintaining. I remember I said that to a lady at my gate before. Actually, she hired me. She a northerner, but she always called me boss when she see me. How was that? But anyways, she said, "How you doing today?" I said, you know, I'm just maintaining. What do you mean? You want to strive? You want to increase? You want to get better? I said, yeah, you right, but as long as I'm maintaining, I'm in the balance, because you don't never want to fall out of balance. You got to have a proper balance with life. That's what it's all about, maintaining, man. So you're going to have those times where everything's going to flourish, it's going to flow right, it's going to be beautiful. Next thing you know, boom, here comes a bump in the road, all right? Here comes, what I want to say, here comes a stick through your bicycle spokes, and you fall off, you know? Not say you fall off from the tree, but you know, like, oh shit, you know, I wasn't expecting this, you know. It's kind of like walking down the street, all of a sudden you trip over a crack, and what everybody do? They look back, because you almost fell. That's all it is. You got to keep moving, man. But nonetheless, though, you have to endure things for the elect's sake, because what we're going through never compared to what's going to be in store for us. Continue on Sirach 2 and 3, and I'm going to continue, and I'm going to close out real quick. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. They go back to that increase now, that wisdom trying you. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. That's why I open up with that Proverbs 3 and 11. And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. What does it mean to be patient? That means that the Most High is going to rise you up again. You shall rise again. You're going to be risen. All right? And that's the beautiful thing about this ministry, because that's what faith really comes in at. When you get to those times where you be like, okay, this is something I got to go through. The Lord said, I will rise you up in the end. So right now, you have to take the L. You have to take the low. That's all of Israel. We all taking L's right now, man. Look at us. We are the bottom of the totem pole. We get the shortest end of the stick. Always, man. But we going to rule the world pretty soon. So regardless, who cares what you're going through? Endure for the elect's sake. Because once the 144,000 seal, we all can get the fuck out of Babylon, man. And all this is going to be like a bad dream in the end. All right, so Sirach 2 and 5. It said, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Verse 5, this is the point. But that was 4 I read, Salakia. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Gold is another term for what? Jewelry, right? Gold, diamonds, rubies, sapphire, emeralds. All that is jewelry. It said, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man. Hold on, so in order for you to be acceptable, you have to go through the gauntlet. You have to, hey, that heat in the kitchen, when it get too hot, open up a window. Don't leave the kitchen, all right? An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So in order for you to be accepted, you have to go through what? Through the fire. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through that. But remember, it referred to that man as gold. Let's go to Malachi the 3rd chapter, and I'm going to close out. This is Malachi chapter 3. Verse 17, and they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. So the Lord, after we go through this refining process, he gonna make us up and spare us, man. Okay? Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh and him that serveth him not. See, hey, no matter what you're going through, man, what the elect endure at this present moment is temporal and minuscule compared to what our forefathers had to go through. I pray you edify with this video. Call Holoyan like how about Shem Shai, about Shem Chakadash. Like I always say, man, ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, remain diligent. It's lucky how about Shem Shai, about Shem Chakadash, them yad, Palal them yad, Lawan Kanai, Lawan Mahar. Kwam ya Sha'Allah, Mawaf Lababom. Shalom.